Right. This is the next part, which is part 5, and I was just introducing Jon Voight. So there we are. We've got Welcome Katannya, start a conversation. Okay, here's Jon Voight. Quite a remarkable man. Well, we all are, but sometimes we haven't awakened that remarkableness.
This is not peace. This is not love. This is hate among the radical left. No amount of book smart will show the given policy of what truth stands for. Truth is a powerful emotion. Love is what we should be voting for. And I must say that we, the Republican Party, have voted for renewal, for a place of safety, a community where all can have peace. But this is war among the left. They have hate. It's like a venom. No words of God, no words of love, but a radical emotion of hate. I've said this many times, and I'm saying it again. From the deep truths of my heart and soul, President Trump is a man of truths, love, and justice for the American people, and also for the people of a sacred place, Israel. Not only does he love our country, the United States of America, but he has a love for the people of all nations. Let us pray for peace. Let us pray for this country, that President Trump will take on 4 more years of his strength, devotion, knowledge of truths, and all that doubt and who have extreme hate and anger toward President Trump, may they be shown differently.
It's a short speech, there's a little bit more. Go into the description box and listen to it there. Right, now the next individual that I would like to play is a young woman with quite a message, and her name is Psychic Sounds by B, and I will let her explain the importance of this time, but I will say the importance of you seriously considering coming to the Metamorphosis event, because when you give yourself the gift to be at such an event with all those other people, the energy is increased and your transmutation is increased and your awareness and your consciousness is increased. So
be ready to make a decision between August 12th of 2019 and September 19th of 2019. At this time, we have Jupiter and Saturn going direct, all right? So let's keep going with why this energy is happening and why there's a timeline jump or timelines are sealing. Do you want to stay in your old timeline, or do you want to go to another timeline? It's really up to you. It's your selection. Saturn is slowing down and is about to turn direct in September. Now, a lot of people, like I said before, a lot of people will say, well, technically, Saturn isn't really slowing down. Well, technically it's not, but technically it knows it's about to wake up. It's almost like that time frame where you set your alarm and it's like you kind of feel you want to get up, like it's about that time to get up, but then you kind of just glance over at your clock and it's like 2:41. You're like, oh, thank God I got another 3 hours, or I've got another 4 hours, right? This is that type of energy that Saturn's going through right now. And the reason Saturn's kind of going through that energy right now is because there has been a lot of activity in the sign of Capricorn. Okay, so it's almost like trying to get to sleep when you have a party in your neighboring apartment, right? It's like you're completely exhausted, you worked a night shift, and now it's like there's a bunch of noise and you've got your pillow over your head, you've got your drapes all blacked out, all of that, right? So you're trying to stay asleep, but Saturn is getting ready to wake up, all right? So why is the timeline sealing? Well, because of the galactic center activity with Jupiter, all right? between February 28th and March 11th of 2019, and for some of you out there, you may want to take notes. For those of you that are subscribed to my website, I will post this for my subscribers. So I will post this probably next week, so you have something to refer to. So if you're a subscriber to my website, you absolutely do not need to take notes. I will have this up and posted for all of you out there, okay? So between February 28th and March 11th of 2019, Mercury was direct and then retrograde over a square to our galactic center at Sagittarius at 27.3 degrees, because that's where the galactic center exists, right? During this time, a new moon in Pisces opened up a portal, okay? This wasn't the easiest energy, okay? It just wasn't. And this portal, there's portals that open up really with every new moon. This is the time where you make your intentions known. But this one was very specific because it was in exact alignment in square to the galactic center. Now, there were really no planets that were activating the galactic center, but Jupiter was pretty darn close, and we'll get into that as we move forward. Okay, so anyway, all right. This was special regarding endings and learning great lessons. And why is this? Because Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac, the end, right? It's the last sign of the zodiac. This is where all lessons culminate, right? This new beginning in Pisces is like, what have I learned from my past in order to take into my future so I don't make the same mistakes again? This happened right around March 6th of 2019. All right, so some decisions were made around this time, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we are going to get into why these decisions were made and impact of what has happened since then. Due to the square, much confusion ensued. What do I do? How do I do it? How do I handle the situation? There were 2 full moons in Libra, the sign of partnerships, justice, and indecision, March 20th and April 19th, respectively. In these arenas, there had to be a closure, so the new timeline could be selected by all souls, all of us. For some of us, we had 6 months, but for the majority of us, we only had about 3 to 4 months, because that energy was coming in so quick, and some of us were ready to make our decision. The lesson had been learned, and basically, we were being informed by universe, make your decision as soon as possible. While we've got a lot of these planets going direct, especially Mercury going direct, okay? So this is definitely some of that energy that was kind of circling around. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and this means it is the end of the cycle and waiting for the new. It is willing to sacrifice whatever needs to be sacrificed, ego, money, prestige, reputation, in order to stand in its integrity and its love for whatever it holds dear. However, we all have free will, all right? And indecision, which is a negative aspect of Libra, indecision, could sabotage an amazing and successful new beginning. The total solar and lunar eclipse in Cancer and Capricorn, respectively, was about family, commitment, and patriotism. The full moon in Capricorn conjunct a retrograde Pluto and a south node was activated. All right. But since this was an eclipse, the energy that was collected is sitting in wait. It's like pure potential energy. And I talked about this at my prior video for the full moon in Capricorn. And if you need to listen to that again, you certainly can. But this energy is it's like I say, it's very potentialized. It means it's sitting there. It's been captured, but nothing's happening with it because of the eclipse. Nobody knows what was captured. Nobody knows what's sitting there. You know, some people have a feeling. A lot of people who are intuitive or empaths, they know something is up, right? but they don't know exactly in what region or in what area something is up in, okay? So be aware of that. It's a feeling that is coming through right now. It's like it's gurgling underneath and it's wanting to come out, right? So that's kind of that type of energy that you're dealing with, okay? So basically, this will be revealed at a later date. I mean, really, that's just the bottom line. And I'll tell you what dates those are. This is why significant decisions must be made, okay? If you didn't already make them, and hopefully you didn't really make them during the Mercury retrograde, okay? But this is why they must be made in the second week of August, okay? So be aware of that. You want to make these decisions in the second week of August and after, before it is too late for you to place yourself on the timeline of your choosing, okay? The full moon in Capricorn was at 24 degrees. On July 31st, Mercury will turn direct at 23 degrees in Cancer, reigniting the energy of the opposition strongly. This will trigger and reveal some of the potential energy that was lying in wait from the eclipsed Capricorn full moon on July 16th of 2019. On August 12th, Jupiter goes direct in Sagittarius at 14 degrees. Now, remember, this could be 4 days before, 4 days after, where you're going to feel that energy starts to move. So I would say be prepared right around August 8th, all right? So August 12th, Jupiter goes direct in Sagittarius at 14 degrees. This will be when much justice is served, but does so in a piecemeal fashion, right? A little here, a little there, a little here, a little there. There's not going to be a lot of organization to it. It's also going to seem like it's hypocritical. It's like people are talking out both sides of their mouth. Some people are being punished while others are not. You know, this is pretty significant, all right? And I'm not going to get into politics here. So I have plenty that I could say, but I won't. So in this particular case, all right, this is just the beginning, okay? For some, it will be great abundance, and for others, it will be great, great pain, okay?
I'm going to leave it there. It's an absolutely fascinating video that she's made. It goes on for 50 minutes. We've just gone through just under 11. And do like and do share and do consider get a reading with her. I mean, I use other people and listen to them because I think they have so much value. And I know a lot of people seem to think that I have value, and I do have value. It's great to bring it to you. This is a timeline that we are moving into. So this is where, both from my website, Transform Your Life from Stress to Joy, Health and Abundance, and that's free, but also Leslie Fieger's new gift to the world, the Metamorphosis event, where come to it, allow yourself to be changed, allow yourself to grow into the amazing butterfly that you are. This is Katannya Alven saying, God bless, stay well, know that humanity is rising up into its greatness. Bye-bye.